Matter of fact, everybody should just go to dinner. It's dinner tunes. This is Tiffany. Switches elegantly like piano keys. Our families now have everything they need. Success, generational wealth. I wanted that for myself. I wanted that for my set. Place my largest bet on my own designs, on my own concepts. Documented the process, charted the progress, and showed the homies how to do it. That's the real test. I came out on top. Cinnamon toast, crunching the bowl, strolling on the deck of the yacht. Bitches wanna swim, we gon' let the anchor drop. Anywhere we pop out, we make it our shit now. I walk in this bitch like it's my house. Jet light flip flops, DJ flip, dip through in the Bentley drop. Fuck we gon' do now? Just create new sounds. Turn the corner, shaking ground. Roll however many joints up out of pound. Squares can't survive when we round.
Lord, I know that you treat you wicked. Lord, I'm out here if you with me. I don't like it fair, but smoke's in the air. Be careful what you allow. The streets always prevail. Stormy weather shows who gon' walk in the rain with you. Mob talk, but who gon' be there trying to spin with you. Worldwide, but the city got haters, them and you. It's limelight and have the pros one betraying you. Lord, hey, if you with me, it ain't no background if you with me.
I said, hold your horses, Rovers and blue Porsches. Made man, real boys like Vinny Gorgeous. Like a King Corso, Fendi is on my torso. My pockets heavy like sandwiches out of Lawrence. If I don't like you, no reason to keep it cordial. Jet life, fly first, we universal. 9-5 traffic is sponsored, we in commercials. Macaulay Coke and white, I brought the bulk in. Green Star busting out jeans just like the Hawkins. San Fran, C40, I got my nines up. PBG say homies, we on the lineup, yo. She off the needle, the evil, she live with Lucifer. Cold soft from the Daniels and told him Lucifer. I'll pick a day of the month, I'll probably choose her first. Clock you send the bill to your mama and told her choose her hearse.
Lord, I know you treat you wicked. Lord, I'm out here if you with me. I don't like it fair, but smoke's in the air. Be careful what you allow, the streets always prevail. Stormy weather shows who gon' walk in the rain with you. Mob talk, but who gon' be there trying to spin with you. Worldwide, but the city got haters, them and you. It's limelight and have the pros one betraying you. Lord, hey, if you with me, it ain't no problem if you with me. If you with me, it ain't no problem if you with me.
What up, y'all? So today, Charles Conwell, Erickson Lubin, and a couple other fighters that you could put in that category. Are they gatekeepers or the measuring stick? Let's get into it. But before, let me finish rolling up. We're going to get into it.
Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back.
Time is money, I can't afford to be a minute late. You the rock like Stockton, chopping on dinner plates. For God's sakes, what a nigga gotta do to make $500,000 without the FBI catching feelings? Four-wheeling and some foreign shit, New York plates. Your baby moms want to suck the baby on, cause I touch weight. The homie in the box, I make sure he's straight. They'll probably hit him at the board on his CR date. Bitch, I'm hood like b-ball games or milk crates. Fuck them all, I stand tall like 6'8". Trap lord, about 100 grams in a Honda Accord. Snow bunnies want it raw. Every day I pray the Lord keep me out the way of the boys. boatloads of that girl, but I could get you that boy. Yeah, got a little piece, but I want the whole pie. Make my stack rise. I was broken, then I realized.
Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back.
I've got an agenda to carry out. Sit it in a blender, watch it expand to a number it ain't look like before. 0.04, but it look like it's more. Wax paper and rubber bands, that's the hood life, the core. Larry Love, turning good wives to whores. Compromising with drugs, turning good lives to war. Now I would never advise you get hooked, but if you do, look no further than I give good price to all. On a hood rise for sure. I just let them know that I've got it. It's up to them though if they decide to call. Some say I'm their demise, but this is how I eat. So know that I can tell them no, but know that I won't tell them twice. Some choose to play the game, but not all choose to play it wise. Some are selling their souls for a tooth decaying prize. Grim Reaper persona that'll do away with pride. In time, you meet a lot of them that move like they had died.
Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Once I stood on the block to lose cracks, produce stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back. Cut small pieces to get my loot back.
What's going on, y'all? So today we gonna, cause I was talking to somebody, well, me and T was talking about it, like boxing really ain't gonna be, it ain't too tough this weekend, right? Nothing that's gonna get your blood jumping. Well, not with the names anyway, right? Because you never know. We could see a better weekend than we did, or the weekend that everything's supposed to be so great. But last weekend, Lubin impressed me. Lubin, because him and the guy that he was going back and forth, there was a lot of shit talking. Yeah, see, what's the 13th? Yeah, there's nothing. I don't see anything for the 17th. Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen. Michael Fox. But that's not, no. Angelo Leo. Josh Taylor, like what? No, there's no fights worth a damn anymore left in May, except for the Caleb Plant versus Jose, the Caleb Plant and Jamal Charlo card. Other than that, yeah, this shit is weak, baby. Ain't nothing popping off really till June. So I said, and I think that Lubin needs a little bit more credit. And I think he should get a little more shine because somebody else asked the question, right? Because at one point this guy was looked at as one of the top fighters or up and coming, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hey, bro, when are you never on your way to work or at work, my nigga? Like, you used to go work 2 shifts.
Motherfucker, your ass always going on around that time.
Oh, man, shit.
So I got it, yeah, I mean.
So let me ask you this. Charles Conwell and Erickson, are they gatekeepers or the measuring stick at 154 pounds?
Probably the measuring stick. I don't think they gatekeeper because they want to go to, you know what I mean? They want to get there. They want to get to the promised land, but, you know.
Well, Erickson Lubin's already had 2 shots. He's already had 2 chances. He lost both, so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they want to get there, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you only get a certain amount of chance. Sometimes they give you a chance hoping you do it to mess up somebody else, but you ain't capitalized on your situation.
See, that's what I'm talking about when I say when I'm talking about they may make you a fucking gatekeeper.
Right. Well, you turn yourself into a gatekeeper because you accepting whatever fight they just throw when you could be like trying to maneuver yourself, but you just like, fuck it, I'll take that. And you know it's a gatekeeper fight. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much turn yourself into a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out to the Knicks. They doing what they got to do. Shout out to the Splash Brothers. You know what I mean? Well, my homeboy AC had the other day talking about, you know what I'm saying? If I give you my government, Google me. Like, this guy always beating on his chest. I got to take my shot at AC. That's my man.
Them niggas going, like, I ain't to see. That's why I don't talk about Tank unless the fight is absolutely, positively right there.
Shit. I told Blue, I said, we ain't got to say nothing, Blue. It's like chaos. They be thinking we yelling at each other. I'm texting you, good show. This shit crazy. This shit wild. Fuck. I'm texting you like this shit wild. Like, oh.
Yeah, let them keep thinking that. Let them keep thinking that.
Well, I just think like when you're talking boxing or sports in general, it's gonna be heat, but you gotta withstand the kitchen, or you gotta be able to stand in the fire because we do this shit pretty much. We want to do this shit for a living.
You're in a bad area.
You do that shit. I'm in a bad area.
You was, yeah. But
yeah, this shit got me.
Until next time when I do this shit again on Sunday. But what do you think is next for Erickson Lubin?
154? Why don't they fight each other?
Yeah, he's at 154.
I said, why don't they fight each other?
That's one for the record books right there. I'm trying to wait to get to that one. Just everybody else got on the panel, but
I mean, we talking about gatekeepers.
Well, let me see. Conwell,
we talking about gatekeepers.
In the ranking, he fell all the way in the ranking. Especially in the IBF, he fell all the way to 15. Not in the WBA. He fell to 10 in the WBC, and he's number 9 in the WBO.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's still working on the rematch
right now.
I think Charles Conwell's working on that rematch for the guy that he lost to. I don't know if that's completely true or not, but I think he's working on that. So and then he's got to find a home. He don't. If I'm not mistaken, that was his last fight on
free agent.
Yeah, I think that was his last fight on Golden Boy. And unless they had like a the contract that had a rematch clause in it. Other than that, yeah, I think because he's gonna be looking for a new home, talking to somebody. He's looking to be one of the AO guys. At least have like a decent name going over there, and be one of them guys.
I ain't trying to get off the subject, but what you think about Shockey getting that Shakur like that?
What'd he say this time?
He said, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna be your mentor."
That's true.
You know, they going back and forth talking shit to each other. I mean, they going back and forth talking shit to each other. Like, motherfucker, you a pothead. He called Shakur a pothead. Then I passed the blunt to you and amateurs. Motherfucker, y'all was doing all kind of shit.
Listen, man. Shakur can say what he want. I was leaving that shit alone. But when you smoke and you see a nigga and you see his eyes, like, yo, that's not, I'm sleepy.
Well, my thing is, like, I don't give a fuck what they do. From NBA players, NFL players, like, as long as you take care of yourself, you get in there and perform, and you ain't got no excuse, I'm good with it. Because everybody got a lot of shit going on with life. You don't know what motherfuckers going through. Don't be no...
You start talking shit, man. When you start making friends, enemies, bro, nigga, they ain't forget. Like, you think, nigga, why you say that? Nigga, why you say that? You thought I wasn't gonna say nothing? Running around here like, damn, oh, Mr. Uppity Duppity. And nigga, you smoke like me, drink like me, cheat on your wife like me. Don't act like that.
Hey, shit.
That's when niggas start talking, man. You start, you know what I'm saying? You start, like, hey, man, like, listen, you know what? I ain't got nothing to say about that. No comment. That's my guy. You know what? Me and him will talk to that. Don't be just saying random shit out there.
Come on, man. They young, man.
Yo, Shakur got to stop that young shit, because when you young, but bro, you've already seen everything and already told you, like, yo, bro, what you just did that. So basically, other than Keyshawn, you don't fuck with really nobody.
Right. I mean, Tank was on some young shit till he went to jail. You know what I mean? Call a couple charges. You know what I mean? And shit humble you. Like, shit in your life. Shit in your life change.
Okay, but what boxer did he hung out with that he talked shit about?
Earl?
When? After? You talking about right before he fought Frank Martin?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And then he went back to, like, Earl, my guy, right after that.
Nigga.
Come on.
No, nigga. Don't motherfucker talk shit to me and then think we cool and saying you promoting some shit. That's the same thing.
You saying your fighter can beat me, nigga, it's on and popping now.
Okay, it's up. Okay, I get it. You saying your man can beat me? Okay, we ain't friends right now. All right.
And with Floyd and AB, like, before that spin, Floyd was like, man, you got this nigga named, you got this nigga with a girl name, think he can beat me or some shit? Aubrey or Aldrich, like that, like Jamel Herring and Shakur. But Shakur, you apologize to Jamel after that. You talk shit, nigga. Like, what they call? Give his honest opinion. They kept nagging him about it. He gave his honest opinion. All right. Maybe he should.
I mean, the Belanga shit, the Belanga shit kind of fucked up. You know what I mean?
Listen, let's start. Devin, Tank, Shushu, O'Shot, Edgar. All niggas you was cool with, tight with, training with, in the gym with, you said the first chance you got, you said something about it that was negative.
Yeah, but only one he said is my brother is damn Keyshawn. I mean, a lot of them niggas cool.
Then why you apologize to Edgar?
Cause that you felt like you said it wrong and you knew he was gonna take it a certain way, and then when he came at you like that, you was like, yeah, he took it that way. nah, bro, I ain't got nothing against you. You knew you said some wrong shit, but you was trying to like defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? While motherfucker trying to shine on you, like, hold on, motherfucker, I'm the best in the world, motherfucker. Without me on this card, it wouldn't be shit. But you ain't thinking like, who else on the card? You shitting on everybody, like, you know.
And your man is tweeting, this is a double main event, da 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 da, and you're like, so bro, this is a pattern for you. It's a pattern.
I mean, it's a pattern. I mean, but if he wouldn't be the way he is, I mean, we wouldn't really be talking about.
I like old Shakur. I'm too honest with you. I like old Shakur. I don't like this Shakur. I could give a fuck.
This Shakur got there and always in the headline though. He getting if it translate to a fight, then shit. But it don't.
It's now that's insanity. That's insanity, Bills, because you know what fight has been made on social media that actually went through. Very few, if you can name any. So to keep doing the same shit and keep getting the same results, but think you're gonna get a different outcome is fucking insanity, bro.
Well, you might well brace yourself and fucking get ready. Cause this Canelo and Bud shit is about to take motherfucking flight. It's about to be some Earl type energy with these motherfucking fans. Ain't none came out the woodworks yet. Everybody been cordial. I'm waiting on the war. That's what the fuck I'm waiting on. It might be a month before.
This fight, listen though, this fight wasn't made on the internet. This fight was made from Bud saying, I want to fight, and then the Sheik saying, we want to fight, and then the Sheik going to get Canelo and saying, you fight this, and then you fight Bud, and this shit happened. This ain't internet niggas that creating content with fake bots and fake subs.
Well, look, man.
No,
these niggas didn't play outside, man. They ain't scuffed themselves up, man. These niggas on the internet, man. Gotta keep it a buck. I'll be back, man. Let me goddamn go clock in and look around like I'm finna do something.
And pop back out. I know how that goes.
All
right. But yeah, I want to get on topic. Back to Lubin and Conwell. Erickson Lubin. Let's go over there. Erickson Lubin and my boy T at man, because I hope that's T right there. Or his body. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Pop?
Same old shit. Just talking about some shit that we brought up yesterday. Well, I mean today.
Oh.
Is he all these guys? Because Kanye, got to think about it. Conwell too. You know, one got one loss, one got two. Conwell's is recent. Erickson Lubin been putting in work since he lost. You know what I'm saying? He on the winning streak. Are they gatekeepers? Or like you said, they the measuring stick?
I would unfortunately, man, I like Lubin, man. I rock with his story and everything, but I think Lubin is more of a measuring stick than Conwell. Conwell just got done dirty by the business of boxing. And all they needed, he just gave them what they needed to keep him out the door and send him back, like almost like how they did Regis when Regis lost. He had to go back down to the bottom, and then people were like, nah, I don't want to fight him, because if you recall, Jose Ramirez was like, nah, like 3 times. It was taking like, because he could headline at home. So they kind of did.
Barrios lied to him.
Yeah, they did. It did for a tank. Yeah.
Like that WBA regular don't matter. Regis was trying to get that belt so bad to get back at Josh Taylor. That belt fucking matters, bro.
Yeah.
Because remember, that belt would have got him back to Josh Taylor.
But yeah, I think more so Lubin, it's just like I can't say he ain't the same, because he did recover from the Jamel Charlo, but I think that he kind of is like, he still got that what if in the back, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's almost like if you ever been in a car accident and you do certain things, like if you get T-boned, every time you go across certain intersections, you're gonna be looking like, oh shit, okay, all right, cool. But he bounced back, and then you seen him with the performance against Jesus Ramos, who I thought he edged it. You know, I had him edging it, but then a lot of people say, nah, Jesus really won. And I'm like, well, yeah, Jesus is more active towards the end. So it's kind of like your preference, you know, on who you thought. It was kind of, it was kind of close. And then you see a performance like this with Ardrell after all that inactivity, and you like, man, we were really looking at him like how we were looking at Shakur against Padley. You know, it's like you should have got that man out of there. What did he have? Like, did he have something that was like, you know what I'm saying? Did he have more than respectable power? I don't know. You know, I mean, so and then to call out Bakram, I'm like, you must be dealing with or thinking that since Bakram been inactive, but I'm like, you don't know, man, Bakram could be over there punching slabs of meat in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck that nigga over there doing. So I looked at that performance and I'm like, it's like something about you not letting your hands go. And then that front door thing that happened when you didn't adjust and you stayed in the fire too long when you had success. So I'm like, you're not a journeyman, but you're above that. But can I call you elite at this level? I'm not sure. So yeah, I think he's going to be a measuring stick for a lot of people, and it's going to get him a lot of fights. But I wouldn't be knocking on Bakram door right now. I mean, because a loss from him, a damaging loss where you get stopped or knocked out, ooh, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be relegated to fighting all the young up and coming guys like how they did Goucher. They got Goucher fighting all these niggas, whether he win or lose, they still gonna have him fighting the young pups coming up trying to cut their teeth on something. Conwell, man, yeah, Conwell, man, he's just a tough out. He got one loss where he got edged out, and he Conwell's just he's a tough fight where nobody really gonna give him an opportunity, even though I think he's still on that level. I think he had a bad night at the office, didn't make the adjustments. Talking to Prentice, he believed that he could coach him better because I believe since Prentice wasn't a power puncher, but he had that IQ. I think that's almost gonna be like one of his greatest avatars, you know, because Conwell like a little action figure, and if Prentice can rub off on him, they're gonna be cooking with gas. You know, very, very dangerous. So I think they're in two different. I think Conwell's in a slightly different situation than Lubin because Lubin is more on the other side of the mountain. I think Conwell, he got almost all the way at the top and he got knocked back down a couple steps, but
twice. Well, I'm talking
right.
about with Lubin.
With Lubin, yeah.
He's had 2 title shots, and there's no disrespect, but you had 2 title shots. You lost both. One a brutal knockout, and the other, a stoppage. So even though
stoppage.
Even though those fights came, with you was fighting extraordinary people. Let's be real.
Yeah, and that's not but he don't have the pull. He don't have the pull or the cachet with people because I'm like, when the last time you see somebody do a video about him? I think I did it. I could say I probably was the last one to do a video about him because I was always talking about how Kevin Cunningham always get he always get the short end of the stick. Like Kevin, somebody to go over there with some talent that's going to be loyal to Kevin, man, so he could be out there. He one of my favorite coaches too. But I don't know if Lubin should have left him.
He had AB looking right until AB, start being AB.
Yeah, AB started, going off the track.
I mean, to be real with you, man, the nigga told me, and he said it don't matter. He said he seen AB. He went to camp. He said one of his guys went to camp. He said as soon as he got there, he called him. He said, "Yo, man, this nigga AB drinking like goddamn fifth of Hennessy while in camp.
Mm-hmm.
He just drinking and shit while we there, like sparring, take a drink, hitting the mix, drinking. Like, yo, bro, you killing yourself while you getting better. Like, nigga, you about to fight in bare knuckle or what the fuck? What are you doing?"
But look, this is why I be saying sometimes I think some of the coaches get a bad rap a little bit because the fighters that they actually have, and I'm gonna bring up somebody that you might not necessarily care for, like Derrick James. If you look at the fighters that he had and what they was going through or the mindset, it's like they was kind of doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Like, it's like, how much can you blame them? Like, you can blame them, I guess, because you could say, well, he got his fighters trying to look like him, but then how much get put on the fighter for not doing what they're supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Holding up their side.
Um,
You know,
I'm a. I think Derrick James got all the backlash he should get. I think I've ran enough content on him. I think the content I ran was perfect because I said when Charlo and Spence leave, when you it wasn't gonna be they left you. Like Derek made it look like that, but Derek saying that shit to write on the wall. You niggas getting old. You niggas don't know how to act. You niggas not living fighters' lives. I'm gonna move on to the next nigga, and I'm gonna be good. I don't know about y'all. Derek, how many fights Derek done had since these niggas ain't fought?
he had the Frey Martin, he had Ryan Garcia,
Uh,
he had who else he had? He had
so Derek been able to keep it going, but you niggas have. Hmm.
and
So
what's up with Frank? I'm sorry. No, this is just a sidebar. What the fuck is Frank? Frank thinking he
he's
could
Earl
retire
Spider. He's
off
Earl
that
Spider.
tank money? You know
He's
what I'm
Earl
saying? Like, where the fuck you at, Frank?
He's Earl Spider, bro. It's like that goes. That's on the Earl Spence thing. Man down promotions.
Cause Frank ain't no spring chicken, man, and he kind of like a tough. Like, ain't nobody really trying to see Frank like that. They'll be saying that shit like, oh, it's Frank Martin, but he a tough out, and he a little long in the tooth for never having have a real title. He got a decent resume, but you can't afford that. Wasn't enough money for you to go off and ride off into the sunset, man. Unless you back in them, unless you doing some street shit and you flipping and flopping, flipping them that fish scale. I don't know, man. But Frank, man, you need to come back, man, and get active, man.
He in Indianapolis, man. He in Indianapolis.
It's hardcore out there too. It get active out there in Indianapolis, boy.
So he an indie kid. So when it come to that, man, I be watching him, but to be truly honest with you, he signed to Earl. He got it, and if Earl ain't fucking with Derrick James, how he gonna fuck with him like that? That's like that putting him in the middle. So I really don't blame him with that. Now, if
Man,
Earl don't got a trainer, how the fuck you ain't now? You know you ain't got no damn trainer.
Now look, this would be a match made in heaven. He need to go get with Coach Kevin Cunningham, the Southpaw Whisperer. He need to
Both
go
of them
get with Kevin because Lubin. Because I thought Earl should have did it with Kevin Cunningham since Lubin gone. Because I thought okay, it might be a conflict with Earl going to 54, but shit, let Frank go down there and get with Coach Cunningham. He a no nonsense type dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't derailing. That just came up in conversation, man. But yeah, I think Lubin, man. I think back to Lubin, what we were talking about. I think he's I hope he get another shot, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen, man. And that's a tall task of Bakram right now. You know,
I mean, I'm looking at it like Lubin probably looking at it like, man, I done fought the undisputed champion and the boogeyman that niggas say they don't want to fight. Like, man, fuck this nigga. That's probably what he looking at it like, cause if you remember when him and Andre Holmes going back and forth on the pro box shit, you know, he was pushing this nigga, telling that nigga he's gonna do this because you know Andre Holmes was acting like it's over for Lubin. And to whoop him in the fashion that you whooped him, bravo, Erickson. Bravo fucking oh.
yeah,
Drew Banger, appreciate that. That's why I only say like, you know what I'm saying, the Lubin and the Charles Conwell because they the guys that people gonna avoid the most or put them in the toughest fight on the like on the most like not the card where you know what I'm saying you put them in a bad slot this that and the third is you can just see this shit you be like man no they didn't do that yeah the fuck they did yes the fuck they did.
yeah. Conwell still might. He still might. 'Cause I don't know how far they dropped him in the rankings, but shit. it might come to pass where he'll become if Xander get that belt, it might come to pass to where he'll work his way back up and be the mandatory again for one of them motherfuckers, man. And that way, because sometimes, man, a performance like that for a guy like Conwell, yeah, we don't, he didn't want to lose his O, but to show some vulnerability and you already got a blemish, it might make people think, oh, I might can get with him, or man, I'll fight him.
Who was the guy that he fought?
Chino. His name is Chino. Chino. He had 3 losses. Tall, skinny dude, but I think he got a little pop though, man. He can. I think he can crack a little bit. I mean, he ain't one punch knockout, but I think them things kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying? Look, I think his power is deceiving. I think his boxing IQ is a little deceptive, but he's experienced. He just got 3 losses, so I think he'll be. No, I ain't gonna say for the elite. The elite probably gonna do whatever they do with him, but I think for a guy that I think he could probably take care of most people because of his style. I kind of want to see him again.
Well, I'm looking, and Conwell is still ranked in 3 out of the 4 sanctioned bodies, so he's still good.
Yeah, he's still good because we were saying that before in the build-up, like he was ranked in all 4. So I mean, he's still good.
The only one he fell out of, if he was, I don't see him in the WBA. That's it. But if he's still trying to get that rematch, that's something. But Erickson Lubin is ranked number 1 now to Baccarat. Now, that's a different story if Boots want to go up and fight Baccarat.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure he wants to, man.
He should.
I'm not sure, man. Because I mean, we can look at examples to where when you got the momentum, when you win the momentum and you finally see the moment, you got to capitalize on that momentum. We saw it with Blair after his thing.
Mm-hmm.
After he got his name with Adrian Broner, they wasn't able to capitalize on the momentum. And so now, Barrio's getting ready to do the same thing. So if he gets through with Pacquiao, he's going to sit around and be the last one. He's going to try to hold out and be the last one and shit. But they're going to use that name, him having Pacquiao, to try to capitalize on that momentum. And I thought Boots, after doing that, it's like, yeah, you won undisputed and all that, but do we want to see you against Gilsov? I mean, is there an audience for you and Rolly? Is it an audience for him and Rolly?
Okay, now, when it comes to that, right, actually, where is Rolly Romero? So they haven't put Rolly as the Rolly's he's a regular champ, right? Okay. You're gonna fight. I'm gonna go top 5 and and both sanctioned bodies for you. You're gonna fight Lewis Crocker. You're gonna fight Patty Donovan, Alexis Rocha, or Ricardo Salaz Rodriguez. Right? Because right underneath that is Cameron again. You don't want that. Okay. You're gonna fight Rolly. You're gonna fight Shakram. You're gonna fight Ryan or Devin or Jesus Ramirez. You're gonna fight Castañones is right beneath them. You're gonna fight Conor Ben. No. The only fight there I see that you would take that's worthy is the Conor Ben, and that's him coming off one of the biggest fights of the year in the world, probably. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, Boots, you're gonna wait for Barrios and Brian Norman, and then say, okay, we're gonna make a fight in November, December. That's if Top Rank feel that there's enough money for that fight. Let's be real. Because Brian Norman, if I'm not mistaken, saying he's making 1.7 off this fight against Jen Sasaki. So how much more would you like? You can't offer $2 million and be like, I'm offering them more. No, you not, because you still got to pay Top Rank a fee. And then like stop that bullshit. Like we don't know what the fuck going on. Top Rank gonna want a percentage of if they're not presenting this fight. And then if he looks great beating Jen Sasaki, how you know Top Rank ain't gonna want a co-main? And then DAZN them or Eddie gonna be like, well, no, I don't want to do
So you and in a comprehensive analysis that you did, you came and arrived to the same conclusion as me. Whereas they say money just got to the division, right? And that's they were saying Ryan and Devin. But I'm like, are those big fights where you can capitalize on your momentum and get your killing spree at 54 and be all in the mix with big fight after big fight after big fight and at the weight that you need? Standing around for these guys and fighting these guys ain't really going to do nothing but drag you. It's going to get YouTube hype and have all these fans for these different fighters hype. But we want to see Ryan in boots after that performance where Rolly actually outboxed Ryan? Like, he outboxed Ryan. He didn't knock him out. He outboxed him. Like, do we want to see that? Is Devin even going to do that now? The way he fought.
And salute the young king that be coming up here, just like Boom Boom just pulled up. Joseph Brown, he got him ready. He got Rolly ready. I didn't find that out till later. But like I said, hey, Boom Boom, remember I was saying, like, hey man, you can always learn something new from the new ones and the youngest, man. Rolly looked completely different.
Yeah,
like the training that he had a different trainer, but who was in the ring with him? Who was he sparring with? Who was he, just sitting there running and talking and contemplating with? It was the young, you know what I'm saying, Joseph Brown.
No, for real.
What up, Boom?
What up?
I ain't get my pictures in my I ain't getting nothing to work with yet, man. I don't know what's going on, man.
Man, we back in camp. That's why it's been a busy little, we back at it.
Hey, yo, Body, I'm gonna send you some of the joints he sent me, and then you can get busy with them, because you get busy with them a little bit more. I'm gonna send you the joints in a few, like probably right after we get off from here. I'm gonna send you the joints. It's two of them that he sent me. It's damn, because man, you better than this shit than me. I'm gonna send them to you. Or it's some merch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, some merch?
Yeah, it's some merch.
Okay.
Shit dope. Somebody just
Hey, Body, I'm gonna get on top of that. I'm gonna get on top of that picture shit ASAP for you though, because I still want you to do that. And that don't look good when I'm not on it. So I'm gonna get on it. My fault, bro. I've been busy with camp, the baby, and some more. So
nigga, if you been in camp, we like, nigga, don't worry about it. Just
I figured that. That's why I laid back, because I knew you was in camp. But I seen you. I think you added something to your story that let me in. I'm like, okay, that's your thing, right?
Yep, that's the promo for this fight. And I'm gonna have some black and red shirts and everything to go with all this shit that I'm doing. So it's about to be crazy.
Yeah, I've been conceptualizing and coming up with ideas. I'm like, man, next time you hit me, I'm gonna tell them exactly what we need. It don't even take shit all together. The shit might take 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just once I get it, I can work.
Body, check your DM. I just sent it to your DMs right now. Check your DM.
All right.
Buddy, do you see where I'm going with it right now type shit? Like, you catching on?
Yeah.
All right. If you catching on right now, I'll low-key let you get to work. I'll send you some shit ASAP.
Yeah. It's just like two things I want you to do that's gonna make this shit hard, because I already see a little intro, a little snippet of a video. That shit ain't even gonna be that long, but people are gonna be like, that shit's so hard. I just need a couple of things. But whenever you get to a blank spot, it's only like 10 minutes of your time. Not even, I could talk to you for about 5, but it ain't even probably 5 minutes worth of shit that I need from you, and then I'm gonna make that shit do what it do. Cause that's what I like to do, man. That's the part of the game that I really want to be in, man.
Bad. No, I fuck with that, bro. I do, for real, man. And plus that shit not easy.
It take time, you know. I like that shit. I used to spend hours on end doing that shit, but like now, you know, I kind of scaled it back. I'm tired of people like I got a lot of kleptos. You know what I'm saying? Like I can show you some major organizations. You know the major organizations. They all done took and ripped my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know they did because look. I got videos to where I use these certain instrumentals and they use them on the promotional. They use them when they had their interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna tell you one right fucking now, and they popping now. Probox stole that nigga fucking live, word for word, talking point for talking point. All three of them niggas. Paulie. Who was it? Paulie, Tim, and
Chris.
And Chris stole, and I'll tell you which one it is. Stole the Jared Anderson shit. Right after he got beat, can Jared Anderson be rebuilt? How you gonna have the same exact live as a nigga that ain't even got views like that? Nigga, stop playing. And you had the same exact talking points. All three of y'all.
That's wild, bro.
But boom.
3 exact talking points.
But hey, boom! I show you one that's real obvious, and I'll tell you the thumbnail to go back to and when I started it. You was in there last night, right? You seen my background last night, right? What was that? Dark Vader?
Yep. I seen it last night. It was Dark Vader.
You see that Dark? Okay. So if you go back, so that and the avatar logo. But if you go back and you look at this thumbnail when I did the build up, it was well before the fight took place, but I did the build up between Shakur and De Los Santos, and I had that Dark Vader. But when you go to Top Rank now, and they doing their little intermission shit, where they like what do they have up there with a fucking saber, a lightsaber, and the whole nine?
That shit is wild.
Who do they have? That's what I'm saying. And with the zone, I can tell you about them too. But you just gotta go back and look at my thumbnails and then look at my actual videos, not my lives, but my videos where I do all the graphic type shit. You like, oh shit. I'm like, let me in. I'm like you, let me in. Cut me a check. Why not go straight to the source, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Get me out of doing what I'm doing, and I can, you know what I'm saying? I have everything popping. You be like, damn, man, that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? Just take care of me so I ain't out here no more. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody at the gym, they ask me, like, how you come up with that let me in shit? That shit fire. I'm like, nah, I ain't selling the game.
Hey, boom, I told you. I said, yo, I'm going to plug you with body. And when you get the graphic shit, I told you, right?
Yeah, you did.
I said, ain't nobody really fuck with him like that. Just watch. On the low, I said, ain't nobody fucking with him. Just watch. But on some other shit though, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you something, boom, because you at 54 and flew between 47. Do you? Okay, let me not even ask you that. Let me ask you this way: Charles Conwell, Erickson, Lubin, gatekeepers or measuring stick? No Diddy. Super well.
No Diddy. Measuring stick. They trying to see how well of a fighter you is. But I like Conwell, bro. Conwell can fight, bro. That's Ohio. Like, I like that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna front. I like Conwell more than I like Lubin. I don't really like Lubin. It's just something about Lubin to me that, like, I don't know. It ain't it. He throw me off some days. And then, like, the one thing I don't think that he understands is that he was supposed to beat the last nigga he fought on Pro Box. Like, you were supposed to do that, bro. That nigga don't got no knockouts for real, and he ain't really fought nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not knocking nothing from Lubin. I'm proud of Lubin, but that just ain't no nigga I'll watch or fuck with for real, especially after that Fundora bout. And then that a while ago, I think what rubbed me is just, like, what made me really stop fucking with him is when he fought Charlo. I think he was scared. Ever since I seen that, I'm just like, I don't even want to watch you. I don't want shit to do with you. Like, I'm good, bro. Like,
yeah, that was almost 10 years ago, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I ain't fucking
but not,
with
that. That's what even like a boxing connoisseur, a boxer that's actually in the game, and a casual. They all knockouts stay with them.
Yeah.
Like the guy was a showbox fighter where it was like they had him being this, that, and the third, and he got 2 losses, 1 stoppage, and got knocked out, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I said that kind of put you as a gatekeeper. Like the game has put you as a gatekeeper. Like no matter what you do after that and try to get better and get better, and you could be championship material, but the game got you as a gatekeeper. Like,
man. I don't know. I feel like Conwell gonna have a better chance of becoming champion than.
Yeah, because like not too many gatekeepers. Like they like and a gatekeeper could be a champion at one time, but at a certain point in your career, when you get older, it's like nigga, you if they can beat you, then yeah, then you can get in here, and then we'll see what you is. Once you get in here, Charles Conwell is, if you can beat a Charles Conwell, then we know that you probably elite. Yeah. You got somebody that's going, you know what I'm saying? All 12 rounds, he's coming forward. What can you do with him? If you don't knock him out, can you beat him up? Can you keep him off? Like, can you do something that, like, you know what I'm saying, flusters him or frustrates him? Right. So that's why I'm at it with it. So, like, certain people, so, I mean, both of y'all kind of got Lubin as the gatekeeper and Conwell as the measuring stick, as if we know if you elite or not. So, I mean, there could be other people. I mean, there's no wrong answer.
Hey, but that's the thing, bro. It's too many fighters that's good fighters, bro. Like, I ain't trying to sound like this, but bro, not everybody a good fighter, bro. Like, it's too much respect in boxing to me, nigga. Just let a nigga know he's soft or he sucks, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck where you from.
Well, see, it's different for you, boom. You actually fight.
You can't fight.
Boom, you fight. Boom, you fight. You hit the pads, you hit the mitts. We gotta respect everybody that stepped through the ropes. So, but if you say he suck, like that's on you. Like I give you a segment on like who you think suck, and you can do like 10, 15 minutes. I'm not a fighter. I like we was hooping and we was talking about hoop, and if anybody want to talk about football, like we could eat up. But like when you talk about boxing, anybody who stepped through the ropes, we respect because
hey, that's fine. You can respect that nigga, but don't let it sound like this nigga just Terrence Crawford or you know.
See, now that's where I give you.
I'm not. But you misunderstanding me too. I'm not saying you do that. I'm saying that the fans and everybody keep saying there's so many good fighters, bro. Stop saying that shit, bro. These niggas, some of these niggas is ass. Like some of these niggas you can wipe your ass with, bro. Stop playing like these niggas is like that. Like for real. Like it just take the right guy to punch them. And there's some fighters like me that just ain't getting pushed yet. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like. It's some of them niggas that just, oh my God, it be like, bro, man. But ain't no jealousy. It ain't no jealousy or nothing. I just know you suck for real, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
You seen him in action. You seen him against guys that you done been in there in the ring with and was like, you did that to him. What you think I'm gonna do to him if I did that to you? Man. So I get it. But like you gotta say,
what up?
I got a question, bro. I'm sorry, Pop. You got something to close out with, Pop?
No, I'm just saying, like, Boom gotta be the one to say, "Hey, man, he really not like that." You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got a question though, man. It's a guy named Avius Griffin.
You're not supposed to say that.
It's a guy named Avius Griffin. Do you know him, Boom?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Is he the goods or not?
Oh, bro, Avius is that. I'm not just saying that because he from Tennessee like me or nothing. Avius can fight though, bro. Like he could really, really fight. Y'all gonna see. Bro can fight for real. Like bro got popping his punches and the way he developed. That boy nice, man, for real. That boy.
No, he been in the dark room, man. He been in the dark room developing, man. Cause I think he got some kind of title. He got a belt. I think he climbing the ranks too. So and he at welterweight. Ain't nobody talking about him.
Yeah, he got an NABO belt.
Yeah, that means something at this point when you building.
Little skinny one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ain't never get no work with him. You ever hop in there and spar with him or nothing?
Not yet. Honestly, not yet. We haven't got to get no real work. Like we did some little soft tech sparring, if you call that, but we ain't been able to actually put the headgear on the spar yet, because he do train in Vegas sometimes, and then he do train in other cities sometimes. So he'll be in Omaha just for 2 to 3 days before he go get straight to it type shit. So
okay.
Hey, I'm gonna just tell y'all a little secret, a little story. It ain't no secret. Shout out Avius Griffin. The white boxing shoes I wear right now is the shoes that he gave me, because
that's what's up.
I don't even want to tell y'all how I got the shoes. Nothing. Bro, all I know is that's another fighter that's being pushed. That say my name too, though. You feel me? That's another pro fighter that's out here saying I can fight or do this and do that. You know what I mean? The nigga ain't give me the shoes for no reason, type shit. So, yo, you know.
Nah, game recognized game.
Cool.
Hey, yo, Free, what's good, Free?
Hey, now what's good with you?
Hey, I had a subject I wanted to talk about. I was waiting for T, but ain't no telling what T knowing. Charles Conwell, Erickson Lubin. Gatekeepers or measuring stick, or which is it?
It would be a measuring stick for Charles Conwell. It would be more of a gatekeeper for Erickson Lubin.
Damn, that's
at this point, I think that's what they're looking at Erickson Lubin like. And I said this before he had fought Jesus Ramos. I said they looking at Erickson Lubin like he's a gatekeeper. Because Erickson Lubin, after he fought Jesus Ramos, that was back in 23. He ain't fought. I'm sorry, that was back in 23. He hasn't fought since.
Hey, that wasn't 22.
Yeah, that was in 23. September 23.
Oh, okay, I thought that was. Hey, I ain't gonna front. I thought that was 2022. My bad.
Yeah, it was September 23, and he been out of the ring all this time, and I'm like, what's going on with Erickson Lubin? So they looking at him like he's a gatekeeper. He went from fighting on they went from fighting on Showtime to fighting on Pro Box. So they looking at Erickson Lubin like a gatekeeper, but for Charles Conwell, it would be a measuring stick. I wasn't impressed with Charles Conwell the last time I seen him. And I said this when I saw him the first time, and everybody kept asking me what I think about him. I said I got to see more of him. That was the first time that I seen him, and then I saw him this past fight, and I was like, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. I kept hearing people say, "Oh, Charles Conwell, he the truth, dog. You gonna like him?" I was like, I saw the last fight. He looked pretty decent. I just got to see more of him. And when I saw this past fight, I was like, nah.
No adjustments. He did no adjustments.
I think he's average. I think that dude is average. I mean, he got some decent things
buff,
that he could.
That nigga, all that nigga is buff, bro. Ain't nothing special about having all the muscles. That shit make you slower, dummy.
I don't see anything special from Charles Conwell. If he can get to the inside, he can possibly beat your body up. But I didn't see no real good foot movement. I didn't see a real good jab. I didn't see nothing special from Charles Conwell. And this dude that he was in there with was supposed to be somebody that he was supposed to look good against. And dude took the opportunity to make Charles Conwell a showcase fight for him. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just a bad night or something like that. I'm not gonna judge him off of two fights, because one was a good good outing. The second one was a bad outing. So right now I'm like, all right, I need to see something from you, because right now you just look average.
So let me ask you something, D Free. Salute. Hey, salute D Free. Let me ask you this. Lubin, when he fought, he's saying that he looking for Bakram. Is he gonna bite off more than he can chew, or is that you think how you see that going?
Oh my god, I think my card was gonna win.
I think Erickson Lubin, he could beat him. It's just Erickson Lubin is not active enough, and Erickson Lubin always fall into the trap of fighting the other fighter's fight. And with a guy like Bactram who can punch, we saw what he did to Tim Tszyu. I don't know if Ersan Lubin wants to fall into that trap of fighting his style of fight, because I don't care what nobody say. I still think Ersan Lubin is chinny. I still think he's chinny. And Bactram could punch. Ersan Lubin could possibly upset him, because at this point it would be an upset the way they're looking at Ersan Lubin, because I'm almost certain Bactram will be the favorite. But I don't know. I don't know, because Ersan Lubin, even with that fight against Jesus Ramos, Ersan Lubin didn't look great in that fight. I thought he lost the fight. I thought he gave him a gift. But I mean, I don't know. I think Bactram might be a little bit too much for Ersan Lubin.
Yeah.
All right. So, oh man, this shit go.
I'm glad you rate. I'm glad that you said what you said, because I'm saying the same thing, bro. Ersan Lubin not special, bro.
Hey man, I want everybody's opinion on that, because in the division, when they come to that, like, he's right there to fight Baccarat, and Charles Conwell taking a loss kind of like dropped him in a few rankings, to where like that's something he didn't really need, and I think he's trying to run that rematch back against the guy who beat him.
I mean, I like Ersan Lubin.
But yeah, I like Lubin too. I be pulling for him, but I think this with Lubin, this the honest truth, right, on Lubin, the way I see it. If he still had Thor and Hammer and he would let his hands go more, then it would compensate for him wanting to get in these firefights. Because when it came to Fundora, he hit Fundora, he made him take a knee. And then he got overzealous, right? And then he got mesmerized and stood in front of Fundora and didn't make the adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So where your IQ got to be better. Once you had the ups on him, your IQ got to be like, okay, now I got to force him to do something uncharacteristic. And when he do that, I'm going to catch him. It's like right now, it's like every Lubin fighter almost look the same. And this common theme I've been seeing with a lot of these bosses, like in the middle rounds, they fall asleep. It's like they doing the same thing. You just said they fight the fighters, the other fighters fight, which, okay, I can see that now. But with Lubin, I think that his defense ain't good enough for him to be one of them fighters to not let his hands go. But he used to have Thor and Hammer, where if Lubin catch you good, you're going to go down. Like, you're going to go to, and he still got some of it, but he don't let his hands go enough for me. So yeah, I think he in a catch-22 where his defense ain't, I wouldn't say his defense is elite, but then he not using his hands the way, because if your defense ain't all that, you got to be more offensive, and you got to you got to be smart about it, but you got to take your chances, and you got to inflict some punishment. If you're not going to do either one, then a boxer can outbox you, or a puncher can probably get you as you take chances if his IQ is a little higher.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you go back to the Fundora fight, when he dropped Fundora, he was fighting his style of fight. He stood at mid-range, and he was using his combination, and he caught Fundora with a nice shot. When Fundora got the best of Ersan Lubin allowed Fundora to fight on the inside, where he should have been. Ersan Lubin got better feet than Fundora. He should have been using his feet, making him turn, making him reset. He could have easily outboxed Fundora, but Ersan Lubin wanted to stand. He got a little bit too much dog in him. He wanted to stand right there and get his lick back whenever Fundora hit him. And he wanted to get his lick back. He has too much dog in him, and his chin is not strong enough for him to have that much dog. Now, he was able not to get knocked out, but his face got battered. I mean, that man came out there with a whole nother face on his body. So
yeah,
you gotta know how to be able to stay away from the shots. But I don't think at this point Ersan Lubin, he might be at that crossroad. What you going to do with your career? Are you going to be in here to show that you're the best, or are you in here just to get a paycheck? So I don't know what Ersan Lubin is trying to do right now.
Yeah, he got one more bite at the apple, but yeah, he just sat there and let Fundora hit him with like 17 uppercuts.
Most definite. Well, Ersan Lubin, He has the talent to be a good fighter. I just don't know what's going on in his head. I don't know what it is in his head.
So let me switch this up real quick, man. Another fighter that when they first started, all of them, like, we had high hopes for him. And then, you know, shit happens, careers and all of that. But at the press conference, he sounded way better at the physical press conference than the Zoom shit. Jamal Charlo.
Hey, bro.
He just like Eric and Lubin. He's at the crossroad where are you going to be in here for a paycheck or are you here to show you the best?
He sounded sober at the press conference though. He
here for a paycheck and then he gonna go MIA again.
Yeah, I think he's just doing it for a paycheck. Yeah. I don't think he really has the love for the fight anymore in him. I mean, he said that. He said he don't love it.
If you win, you get the bigger paycheck though.
Against who? Or against Canelo?
Against Caleb.
Nah, Caleb Plant.
The fight's already set. Both y'all win, you get Caleb.
I mean, I don't know how big of a paycheck that is, but it is a bigger paycheck. But I don't think Jamal has his heart in the boxing match anymore. I think his heart is somewhere else. I don't know what it is with him. It's like ever since him and his brother kind of had their differences, he ain't had the same mentality he had before.
So you gonna exclude what's really going on and not gonna say that he gonna let his baby mama beat him?
No, I mean that was part of him and his brother's differences. His brother was like, "You need to leave her alone," and he was like, "Man, you need to stay out of my business." And that's how they had they falling out. It was because of the baby mama that him and his brother had to fall out.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, but like, bro, like you gotta let sometimes you gotta let it go. Let it go, baby. Looks like another little TKO.
that was part of the differences him and his brother have because of his baby mama.
Man, your brother, come on, man. You can always go back to your brother, man, but you gotta let go of her completely. Like if she show up, you gotta be like, you know, oh shit, I got highs. What are you doing here?
Now, I think this Jamal, I think 50% of Jamal is better than the guy that he's about to face. I still think he's going to beat this guy. I don't think that this guy is that good. Now he could prove me wrong. He can go out there and just outbox the hell out of Jamal because Jamal's having these long layoffs in between fights. So he can go out there and outbox the hell out of Jamal. But I think Jamal is still better than him at 50%.
So, how do you feel about this fight? Because this fight card coming up is basically the only fight card worth watching. In the month
who all on the fight card? Because I know about Jamal and Caleb Plant on the card.
Tyron Davis is on the fight card.
You know what?
All right.
He's fighting Yolini Hernandez.
This is a step-up fight. Is it a step-up fight for Tyron Davis? I don't know if it's a step-up fight, but it's a fight to show whether he's ready to make the next step. It's a fight to show whether he's ready to make the next step. But this fight with Jamal Charlo and with Caleb Plant, it's pretty much for the Vegas. This is a fight for the Vegas to make their odds. Who they believe is going to win this fight. If Jamal Charlo come out there and look like the old Jamal Charlo, they're going to make it closer to a 50-50 fight. But if Jamal Charlo come out there and look like he looked when he fought Jose Benavidez, they're going to have Caleb Plant highly favored in that fight because that Jamal Charlo gets beat by Caleb Plant easy.
But if you put her in the car seat, how you gonna fit in the car?
Hey, yeah, what the fuck am I looking at, man? Hold on, man. Hold on. IBF. Oh no, that's female. Okay, that's why I'm looking at this shit. Okay, so I got Caleb Plant winning. I hope Jamal Charlo win. I want to see Kyron Davis and see if he gonna, you know what I'm saying, be something special. Outside of that, coming up, Mickey Bay still fighting. That's crazy.
That's who they should have fighting Manny Pacquiao. They should have Mickey Bay fighting Manny Pacquiao, not Mario Barrio.
No, he's fighting Tobias Green. I ain't heard that name in a long time. Oh shit. I mean, yeah, up until June, man. I mean, when Keyshawn fight, Fabio Wardley fight, you got the Richardson, Brian Norman Jr.
I'm glad you say Richardson Hitchens, dog.
Yeah, he fight June 14th against Cambosis. How you feel about?
What's up with your boy, dog?
Why
this
y'all?
Man said that Devin Haney that fought that Friday was the best Devin Haney he's ever seen. What's up with your boy?
He said what?
He said that was the best Devin Haney he ever seen.
He trolling. He trolling.
They say he was dead serious.
He trolling like a motherfucker.
I was like, hold up, what?
He trolling like a motherfucker.
Ain't no way in the world you thought that was the best Devin Haney.
That's him trolling. That's him trolling, like, because he said, like, oh my God, like, I'll be real with you. To watch him and Devin Haney fight would be like watching paint dry, but for some reason, them two, like, he thinks that shit would be like one of the greatest fights you ever seen. And I'm like,
come on, then y'all already in the middle of the goddamn street.
That wouldn't be that. He would be like that would be like one of the worst, because nobody's gonna take any chances. Everybody's gonna be technical, and I just don't want to see it. Devin Haney's gunshot right now, and maybe you feel like it's something else, but no. So
I will say though, that last fight that Richardson Hitchens had, I like that fight. I like him fighting that style of fighting. I don't want to see him being overly defensive. I like to see him press the action, let his hands go a little bit. So
yeah, if he gonna fight like
that,
that
last fight, I was highly pleased with. If he goes back to fighting how he was fighting in the past, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, he is taking a fight where, say what you want, even if he's fighting that guy, he's fighting Cambosis. Cambosis is a come forward fighter.
No, this nigga. I mean, I don't look at Richardson Hitchens as no knockout artist, but he needs to stop Cambosis. No, I'm not going to be impressed if you let Cambosis go 12 rounds with you. Cambosis just got stopped by Loma to a body shot. No, I believe that you hit harder than Loma. Now, you probably don't. I believe that you do. If you can't stop Cambosis, dog, I don't know what to say about fighting those other 3 champions at 140. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, because you got. I mean, because you could have been fighting Sabril. I don't know why Sabril ain't fighting you, but Sabril is fighting Pulio, and Sabril jumped 7 slots. That's crazy.
Yeah, now Sabril probably gonna take that belt off of Pulio. I wanted Pulio to fight Antoine for a rematch and have a unification, but he's taking the Sabril, the Matias fight. So, oh well, it is what it is. But I'm gonna have questions about Richardson Hitchens if he goes 12 rounds with Cambosis. You got the smaller guy moving up to your weight class. There's no reason why you should go 12 rounds with him.
Okay, we was talking about a few minutes, like about 20, 30 minutes ago, about Frank Martin. where does Frank Martin when like at 140? Like where's Frank Martin? Because he needs to hurry up with his career.
Well, at this point, Frank Martin is like, where's Waldo? You got to go find him. I don't know where the nigga at. We gotta go find him first. This man hasn't fought since he got knocked out by Tank Davis. That was almost 2 years ago now.
But you know, Derek James isn't his manager. I mean, he's not his trainer. So what does he do? Like now you gotta go find a trainer after he's been with Derek for so long, because what's going on between him and Earl? Like, that's not cool. I would never want no shit like that. Like, nigga, I do good with Derek. I lost one fight with Derek. I can't fuck with him now because you don't fuck with him at all. Like, that's different.
I don't know. But if we can get the Frank Martin that fought Michelle Rivera, I think Frank Martin can make some noise at 140. I just don't know if we're going to get that Frank Martin back. Sometimes these guys get knocked out and they get very defensive. They don't want to get knocked out again.
I mean, no more weight drain. Like, now you at a comfortable weight where you should be at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we get the Frank Martin to fight Michelle Rivera, I think he can make some noise. But a lot of times when these guys get knocked out, they get very defensive. They don't want to get hit like that again.
All right. So
these new age guys are different from the 80s and the 90s. These are the new age guys. They different.
Hey, C-Mac, you want to pull up? Clarence is in the chat. You want to pull up anytime? Like, I dropped the chat. I dropped the link again. Let's take care of the elephant in the room. Everybody talking about it now, like it's special. The welterweight division. I feel like Boots is gonna be ISO'd out of the welterweight division. That's just me. That's where we was at up to date before you jumped on. But I feel like, excuse me, like they're gonna like Boots. Who you gonna fight, Boots? Who you gonna fight?
I don't know. I think he needs to send Brian Norman an offer and see if Brian Norman gonna step up to the plate, or if he gonna tuck tail and go the opposite way.
When it comes to that, I watched the whole shit. Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Sr. said they did a verbal commitment, but they're not gonna sign anything until they're done after the Jen Psaki fight. And they got to take care of business with Jen Psaki, which is some real shit. Now I'm talking about like after the fact, that there's no, like, let's say he takes care of Jen Psaki and great and like knocks him out early and looks great, right? Top Rank's not going to be willing to give up the same shit that they gave up, like when they was talking about before. They might be like, hey, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a global fighter, this, that, and the third. He looked great over there, blah, 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 blah. It was headlining. Now when you talking, like maybe Top Rank wants to co-main the event, is Eddie gonna be like, oh, I can't just give Brian Norman this like I was before? Because we all know, like when you create content and you know what the fuck, you already know when you're doing a cross promotion and Top Rank is not, they name out on it or they're not headlining, that's a percentage you got to pay that's going to be crazy. So that 1.7 that you
it's 20%.
You know what I'm saying? I'm already chopped down to this, boom. Then I got to pay manager, trainer, cut man, every sparring partners. All, like, once that shit cut down, like, this shit was not worth it. Now I'm about to get paid the same 1.7 that you was offered to me, And there's no giving Top Rank 40%.
But at the same token, I hear what you're saying, but at the same token, it's not like he's going up in his purses. He's still right around that same amount of money. Now, I don't know how much he's getting for this Sasaki fight, but I know
1.7.
1.7 in the Sasaki fight.
Sausage for breakfast.
Okay.
With no 40% cut.
Let's say
with no 40% cut.
But at the same token, let's say Boots offer him $2 million. But even take the $2 million, let's say 1.7. Boots offer him 1.7. You made 1.7 against Sasaki because you went over to Sasaki's country.
Yes.
Sasaki has a backing in that country. What do Top Rank have to offer him at 147 if you take Boots off the table?
First of all,
I be at work. I don't be one.
We know that if you've been watching it, Top Rank is not really that goddamn big on Brian Norman Jr.
I know that, but I know that also know that Top Rank don't have many fighters at 147.
No, they don't. One. But hold on, that's one. Two. Just saying. Two. Brian Norman Jr. going over there and whooping on him is a big deal if he can actually whoop on him and get the belt. Two. That brings Brian Norman Jr. level up to another level where now we can renegotiate. That's what they're looking at. I'm not gonna sign a contract with you before I know I'm gonna whoop Jen Sasaki. In my heart, I know I'm gonna beat the shit out of him, I'm gonna knock him out. And then when I come back to the renegotiating table, and then Top Rank will have a little bit more faith in me because I won the belt on some email shit. I defended the belt after y'all didn't think I was, and now I come back and beat. Because if AC was here, AC big on them damn Japanese fighters, I whoop one of these Japanese fighters, and then I come back, nigga, it's time for renegotiation. Now, when you talking about trying to give me something, it's going to be either co-promotion or you got to pay me enough that where I'm going to make sure I see well over $1 million after everything. I'm not, just because you saying you give me 1.7, 40% of that is gone. So 1.7, you take 40% of that, what's that? I got 900,000. After then, every million you make, the government taking 330, and then I gotta pay everybody else. No, I ain't no. Hell no. Fuck that.
I think they might offer him $2 million. I think they might offer him $2 million. I don't think he's gonna get more than $2 million.
What up, Free? What up, Smoke?
What's good? See, Matt, what's good? No Duck Zone podcast. What's good, bro?
Chilling.
He's not worth more than $2 million. I think because you gotta figure out how much money they're expecting to make off the fight. Neither one of them are huge big names.
Yeah, Free.
No, but listen what I'm saying though. Neither one of them are huge big names like that. So it's not a pay-per-view fight. They're not huge big names. The only money they're making off of this fight is from the live gate and anybody that bought into the zone. That's the only money they're making off the fight. So you got two fighters that's not huge names in the sport of boxing. This fight probably generates somewhere around $5 million combined with everything. I'm talking about live gate, the zone money, and all of the mercs and everything that they sell at the venue. I think it might generate somewhere around $5 million. So you still got to pay the undercard. You got to pay your fighter, which is Jerome Boots Ennis. So I think they might offer him $2 million.
Okay, now
that's probably about the most they could give him.
When it comes to that, right? Brian Norman Jr. going to Japan, if he whoops on Jen Sasaki like he thinks in his mind he plans he's gonna do, he whoops on Jen Sasaki, he comes back, he's got a bigger following me because he went over there and did because let's be real, these Japanese fighters, they're like, bro, they kind of hot right now. You go over there and whoop one of them, and then come back defending his belt. Now Top Rank got a little bit more belief in you. Now Top Rank was like, hey, before it was, hey, we may sell you this belt, but now, hey, let's do co-promotion on this. Now, is the zone gonna be willing to deal with that and not just be like, hey, we was purchasing this belt for a certain amount of number because we in our heart we think Boot gonna beat this boy and take this belt. Now we already know how Top Rank do business. They switch up like a motherfucker. And in my opinion, I think it'd be a Brian Norman Jr. Barrios fight before Boots gets his hand on that belt. I don't see PBC or Top Rank offering up that belt to the zone for him anyway.
I put it this way: which one you think is a bigger money fight for the other promotional company? Brian Norman versus Jerome Boots Ennis, or Mario Barrio versus Jerome Boots Ennis? Which one is a bigger money fight?
Mario Barrio. Damn, Free. You would be
Mario Barrio versus Jerome Boots Ennis is the bigger money fight.
Are you motherfuckers got Manny Pacquiao beating Mario Barrios and Pacquiao not fighting Boots?
No, they don't. Not nobody.
I'm not even watching that one. It's quiet for that one.
Not nobody that knows boxing that ain't got no daggone Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrios.
Why is Manny Pacquiao even fight Mario Barrios? Oh, you gotta wait.
Well, Free. I mean, this fight can go. Three. It can go three ways. It can go three ways. It can end up going, and it's crazy that I'm gonna say this. It's embarrassing if it ends up going 12 rounds. It's crazy if Pacquiao was to actually beat Barrios. But then what does Barrios get out of beating Pacquiao? Where does he go from there? Know what I'm saying? So this shit could go any. I mean, it don't make any sense to me if you ask me. It makes sense, but it don't make sense.
It makes sense to Mario Barrio. It's a money fight. It's a money fight for Mario Barrio.
It's a money grab, but he's a duck. I hate to say that about Barrios. I have respect for him, but he's officially a duck in my book, and I don't like calling nobody a duck, but I do represent the no duck zone. And your man's a duck. I mean, go get the bag, Barrios. I ain't mad at you, but god damn it, I don't know what you're gonna get out of beating Pacquiao besides a big paycheck. It's crazy, man. Shit is crazy.
Well, I mean, it's not a duck because he didn't have another fight on the table. He didn't have another fight on the table.
But why go after a 46-year-old man that's been out 4 years? The last time we seen Pacquiao, he was sitting in his house with his eyes closed, his wife feeding him. He barely could wipe his own ass. I mean, what are we doing?
He didn't go after Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao came after him. Manny Pacquiao.
That don't mean I got to accept it because you coming after me, but I get it. Get your money, Pacquiao. You know, everybody get their money. I'm just saying that ain't something I'm coming out my pockets for, and it's sad. And I want y'all to answer this: how do we make Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu, who had a classic, how do we make that a cold main event? How do we do that? I'm just trying to figure that out.
How we make that a what?
Hey, C-Max,
how did that end up being a cold main event?
Speak your mind.
Because
I don't know neither. I want to know too. I'm glad.
I mean, I'm just trying to listen. I'm not trying to sound like the rest of these content creators. I'm just trying to make this shit make sense.
Hold up. What card are they fighting on?
They're fighting on the Pacquiao and Barrios card.
That tells you why. All you got to do is listen. You got to listen to the name. Manny Pacquiao still a bigger name than. I'm telling you why they're cold Manny. Manny Pacquiao's name is still bigger than both of them. He could still outsell both of those guys. That's the reason why he's the cold man, because he's the bigger name.
So Boots, you gonna sit around a whole year, a whole nother year, and try to wait for the belt?
No, what I'm saying is y'all gotta understand. At the end of the day, it's still business. Yeah, you might say this fight means more or on the undercard. But at the end of the day, the business got to make money. So what's a better way to make more money? By putting the bigger name on the card, the same way they did with the Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero and Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia is a bigger name than Devin Haney, so they put him as the main event so they can draw more fans into the fight. That's the reason
Free.
why
That's what we saying. Free. That's what we saying. By the time Boots try to nigga, by the time you goddamn get to these belts, nigga, just stop and going up to 54. It's not gonna be undisputed.
Hold on, y'all acting like the man gonna be out of fighting for a year. The man just had a fight, like a little over a month ago.
He's not gonna be out that long. Nah, he ain't gonna be out that long. He'll be back.
I'm not talking about Boots. I'm talking about the niggas that you want to get the belts from, right?
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. I hear what you saying. What I'm talking about, these guys are about to fight. Once their fight is over, they can go in negotiation with Jerome Boots Ennis. If they don't want to fight Jerome Boots Ennis, then he can move up. But he got to at least test the waters and see if these guys are going to try to get in the ring with him. If they don't, want to get in the ring with him,
I can tell you right now. His fucked up shit. I hate.
I know.
Because I see a fight.
I know what you're saying.
That's coming up. There's a fight that's coming up. That's what it's WBO. It's 147. I know who they want to win, but if the other guy win, they're gonna have Brian Norman fight him. Josh Taylor got a fight coming up.
No, I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is he got to at least test the waters. You're not going to get an answer if you don't send an offer. Now, if he sends an offer and these guys say no, then he could say, okay, you know what? These guys ain't trying to fight me. I'm gonna go ahead and move up. But you got to at least test it.
But D free. But look, this the thing, D. When it comes down to how Eddie's doing it or whatever. Like they're gonna have to, like the whole way they coming about making this Norman fight, they're gonna have to nix all of that shit. And you talking about $2 million? He might well go ahead and put on his. He might well go ahead and get ready to move up, man, because they're not gonna do that for no $2 million. Brian Norman and them got way more leverage than what y'all think. Hold on, let me finish. Brian Norman and them got more leverage than what you think because A, Boots is he's already up against the clock because of the weight thing. 2, he got 2 mandatories he got to deal with. 3, if I could make 1.7 fight against Sasaki and that was the last offer, and you gonna try to come and throw an extra little 300 on top of it after I already went international defendant and got another strap and all that, and I know you need my belt. They're not gonna take no chump changes to get in there and go to your backyard and do all that, especially when you came out after the fight and said we gave Stanionis more. And we know that you had to pay more because you lost the purse bid. He don't have as much leverage as he think for what he wants. Now I'm saying he is the guy, but for what he wants, he don't have as much leverage as y'all think.
Hold on, let me say this. Hold on, let me say this. Yeah, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to his dad. His dad was on what you call. If you've gone, he said, my son about to become global. Like, if I'm gonna get this global money, if I'm gonna get this Japanese money, you know these pounds over here in England to fight Josh Taylor. And I know I can beat Josh Taylor.
Man, I might care about no damn Josh Taylor.
But I don't care about him either, but how much money I'm gonna make fighting even him.
I don't care. It just shows me. It just shows me.
Like say he gonna do what Top Rank say. He gonna do it.
So they don't want. I understand what you're saying. That means they don't want the smoke. They don't believe they can beat Jerome Boots Ennis. That's what you're telling me.
They got nothing to do with him. He gonna do what Top Rank say.
I understand what y'all are saying. What I am saying is it shows me that you don't believe you could beat Jerome Boots Ennis. You don't believe you could beat him because Top Rank is not going to. They can't stop you from fighting a unification fight. They can't stop you from fighting a unification.
Well, I could flip what you just said, D Free. I can flip what you just said because
hold up. I let y'all finish. But going back to what you said, Jerome Boots Ennis does not have 2 mandatories. He has 1. He already fought the mandatory for the IBF when he fought Kern. So he only has 1 mandatory, and that mandatory hasn't been called yet. That mandatory is still waiting to be called. So he don't have any mandatories right now. He only has 1 that's coming up, which is the WBA. He already fought the IBF mandatory when he fought Kern the second time. So he don't have any other mandatories left.
Cool. Hey, okay. Nope. Mario ain't gonna fight him. Brian Norman Jr. ain't gonna fight him. Who the fuck does he fight? Why or try to wait around before they fight before they give him a shot at the belt?
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that they are going to fight him. What I'm saying is he cannot go to 54 without testing the waters and seeing if these guys want to fight. Who's to say that they don't want to fight? He could send them an offer and they say, yeah, let's make it. Y'all just assuming that they not going to accept the offer that he sent.
I'm saying,
y'all assuming.
I know they ain't. I know they ain't.
I'm not saying that they will. What I'm saying is you will never know if you don't ever try. So if you just say, "Oh, I know these guys ain't gonna fight me next. Let me just go to 54," and these dudes say, "Man, we was gonna take the 1.7. Why you ain't just send us the 1.7?" So,
but D-Free,
you gotta at least test the water. It's not. It doesn't take. Hold up. It doesn't take more than what? An hour for you to send an offer and they say yeah or no, or they entertain it. If they don't entertain it, then you know they're not trying to fight you. If they entertain it, okay, there's an interest there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see if we can make it. If they don't make it, all right, let's go to the next one. No, that's all a matter of maybe 2 months of you trying to make these two fights. If neither one of them come to the table to make a fight, then you can move up. That's only 2 months.
But D,
hold on.
This hold on. The one thing. I'm gonna be brief. To flip what you just said, if your reasoning is that Brian Norman and them don't believe that they can beat him because it's only 1.7, they gave Karen way more money. They gave motherfucking Martin Stanionis way more money. So somebody can say, well, he don't believe he could beat Brian Norman if he don't want to give him just as much as he gave Stanionis.
They gave Stanionis
more
money.
You can flip it the same way.
They gave Stanionis more money because he's a bigger name. He's a bigger name than Brian Norman. They gave Kern more money because Kern won the purse bid. Kern won the
but
purse
either
bid,
way, they gave more money though. But either way, they gave more money. If you gave more money.
They had no choice for the current situation. It was either you give him more money and fight in a venue you already had lined up, or you go over to Germany and fight.
And this is what I just said. And this is what I'm saying about Brian Norman. You have no choice. If you don't pay this dude a reasonable amount that he's going to accept, he's going to be, oh, well, you don't want this belt then. So we can say you duck, but like, nah, you can't say I'm willing to give Stanionis all this money. I'm willing to lose the first bid, give Karen all this money and all that, knowing you got a mandatory that you got to take care of what you about to take care of, but then you want to shortchange Brian Norman and them and then say, oh no, well, he don't want to fight. Well, y'all don't want to fight either.
How you gonna put it? Can I come in? On Jerome? How y'all gonna put? Hold up. How you gonna put
because he with Eddie? Because he with Eddie?
No,
because he with Eddie.
No, listen. No, you said Brian Norman was willing to lose the purse bid. How you put that?
No. I didn't say Brian. No, I didn't. They did lose the purse bid, bro.
No. Willing to lose the purse bid.
They did lose the purse bid, D-Free.
Yeah, they did, but they wasn't willing to lose the purse bid. You said he was
willing to lose hold on. If they hold on. If you lost it, in order to lose it, you had to be willing to. So they lost it, bro, and then they had to pay extra for losing it, bro. What are you saying?
That's not on Jerron. Jerron wasn't willing to lose anything.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. I'm not going at Jerron. I'm not saying Jerron don't want to fight Brian. I'm saying he's associated with Eddie, who lost the purse bid, which caused him to pay another fighter more money to fight. So if it's history that you paid another fighter more money to fight, and then you come out after the Iman Stanionis and say, oh, we paid more monetary information. We paid Stanionis an extra blah 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 to fight. But you don't want to do that for Norman. Somebody can flip that and say that. And I'm saying this is Eddie's ways. I'm not attacking Boots. This is Eddie's ways. And if you keep going at Norman's like that with the leverage that they have, it is gonna wait them out. It's gonna wait them out.
This is all D3's fault.
But
no, but see,
I just want to come in and just ask this one question.
I've talked to Brian Norman Sr. I had him on my channel. The problem is Jerron Ennis was never in position to fight Brian Norman. Even Brian Norman Sr. said it. He said they already had a purse bid set up. They was never in position to fight.
We've been saying that, D3. We know that. We've been knew that. We've been knew that.
But hold up. Let me finish. You got to remember, Jerome Boots Ennis took money out of his own purse to fight Stanionis. He wanted the fight.
Yeah.
They gave him a set price. Jerome Boots Ennis said, I want this fight. I want this unification. So he took money out of his own purse to get the Stanionis. Who's to say that he won't do the same thing for Brian Norman if he wants that belt that much? Y'all just assuming that he's not going to do what he needs to do to get the belt. That's what I'm saying. He got to at least try.
I just wanted to come at it from this angle. Yes, he sent Brian Norman a legitimate offer, but the problem is for why I guess some of us up here feel the way we feel is because you were disingenuous on what's really going on. You feel what I'm saying? So here it is again. We're looking at, is it a rinse, wash, repeat of the last situation where you knew you got this thing coming up, and you're just using these other fights to try to build up what? People to come in and see you fight Karen?
That's exactly
as far
what
as
it was.
I know,
That's
as
exactly
far as
what
I
it was.
know, as far as I know, and what was actually announced, he was supposed to fight. Giasov. That's his mandatory. That was supposed to be actually mandated by the WBA. After that, the WBA then updates it and says, "Yeah, you're gonna fight Giasov and the winner of the Ryan
Rolly and Ryan.
and Rolly and Ryan fights." So these are things that are supposed to be coming from the WBA. So if we saying at the end of the day, how does Jerron get to these other belts when the WBA just did that? You feel what I'm saying? Yes, at the end, at times we understand that the unification is supposed to trump the mandatory and shit like that, but we've seen in plenty of cases where that wasn't, where the sanctioning bodies just wasn't rocking like that, and they get particular.
You know what?
When that happened?
Hold on, because we got about 20 minutes left. AC and C-Mac. Since we talking about 54 and we think that certain fighters should go to 54, Gatekeeper or the measuring stick? Conwell, Lubin.
Damn.
I see. I think Conwell has a brighter future than.
Goddamn, 4-0 shit. 4-0. 4-0. Lubin is the gatekeeper, and once you get past Lubin, the measuring stick, no Diddy, is Conwell. All right, see, Matt.
Oh man, damn, he just messed me up with that, man. I was going off the performance of Lubin this week, but I mean, that might not be enough to get him across that bridge, man. I mean, we seen the last performance from Conwell, and God damn it. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing them two go at it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Conwell,
hey, I wish Bills was here because Bill said, why don't they fight? He's a matter of fact, because it's really Boom Boom, Body, and D-Free and AC. So it's basically 4-0, and then they fight each other. I didn't give my damn opinion yet. So it's because I don't think
Golden Boy gonna make that. I don't think Golden Boy gonna make that fight.
Yo, D-Free, you a bald-headed hater, yo, and that's why I don't like you. You're a hater. Nah, D-Free, I love you.
D-Free, hold on, D-Free. The last fight was his last fight on Golden Boy, and the only reason he may do the rematch is because it was in the contract. But he's looking to go over there to the TKO shit. Just what little birdie told him.
Who the hell is that? No, I'm being serious. I never heard of that promotional company.
D-Free, you ain't shit.
I never heard of the promotional company. That's what I said. Who the hell is that? I never heard of the promotional company.
That's the Chic shit. TKO shit.
What the hell?
I mean, if that's the case, then they both gatekeepers. I mean, No, I mean, it's more of a gatekeeper for Erkson Lubin because Erkson Lubin has the bigger name. It's more of a gatekeeper for Erkson Lubin, but no, I'm not sold on Conwell. I don't think Conwell beats any of the top guys at 54. I don't think he beats any of them. I don't think he beats Pandora. I don't think he beats Tim Zoo. I don't think he beats Bartram. I don't think he beats Virgil. I don't think he beats who else is at 54 that's at the top. But if he comes back down, I don't think he beats none of those guys. I don't think he beats none of them.
Oh, I'll buy a cigarette. Well, I'm buying a cigarette. Give me my change.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I give everybody.
Take your $5, motherfucker. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll clean your fucking.
I don't know anybody who thinks that them guys can beat them guys. I'm just saying, like, because right now you got the younger guys. Like I had Boom Boom up here earlier. Like he's one of the guys he's about to go pro. The younger guy, like these guys may still be hanging around. So you may see them fight let me see, because I mean the WBO is open right now. I think isn't Xander getting ready to fight for that? I'm not mistaken. Isn't Xander getting ready to fight for WBO belt?
I think so.
Xander and the guy that
who you talking about?
Conwell.
I mean the WBO.
Oh, you know, Xander about to get the WBO. They about to strip Pandora and give.
He already stripped, nigga.
He already gave that up.
He already gave it up. He already gave it up.
Versus
so they're gonna put it on. They're gonna put it on the line for. They're gonna put it on the line for Xander versus whoever he fight next.
No, he fighting the guy that just beat Charles Conwell.
Oh damn!
Xander,
that's crazy.
They put it on. Xander gonna smoke this dude. Xander gonna smoke the dude. From what I was hearing, everybody was telling me about Conwell, and that's what I said on your channel, Clarence. And when you asked me about it, I said I got to see more of them. I only seen one fight, but from what everybody was talking, I thought Conwell was going to smoke him. But then I saw Conwell. I was like, man.
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing. Then I said, oh shit.
I'm not impressed with this dude at all. But I think Xander gonna smoke that.
I felt the same way you did, Clarence. But when I spoke to Ohio versus boxing, Ohio was like, I was waiting for this. I was like, God damn, this nigga got the toughest love I ever seen before in my motherfucking life. He said, I was waiting for this. He said, because he said Charles can't be bad news all the time. Sometimes you gotta set up bad news. I left it the fuck alone. I'm from Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. I live in Long Island, New York. When I spoke to a nigga from Ohio nigga. Hey, if he say that, I'll leave it at that, bro. He said, you can't be bad news all the time.
Yeah.
So we gotta set up the bad news.
That part.
Exactly what he said. Yeah. So when it comes to that, and then he may be going a different direction with his training, and so that he may set up bad news. And because a lot of people say the same thing, even though he came back and he hasn't lost yet, but he ain't been the same after the Patrick Day fight. So say what you want, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah. And the new WBO champion from Puerto Rico.
Hey, D3, watch him.
Only that nigga ain't from Puerto Rico. His family is. That nigga from New York.
I don't care where he's from. He's Puerto Rican.
That nigga been eating bodega food all his fucking life.
Smoke, you're an idiot. Smoke, you're officially an idiot, man. You're an idiot.
Hey, I tell you this. He's more from New York than Daggone T.O. is.
Now you better stop now before you make T.O. fans come in and get you, D3.
Hey, T.O. fans ain't gonna come and get me because all you gotta do is pull up on them. Then niggas gonna cop a plea like T.O. They gonna follow the lead.
You know what? You ain't shit, Free. You really not.
Listen, man. When it comes to 54, because like people act like it, because I'm be real with you, ain't really popping off this this month with boxing.
Hey,
You have to be like
and that's
too
another
young
one.
with it.
That's another one. I don't think Conwell beat Xander Zayas neither. That's another one at 54. I don't think he beat. I don't think he beat Xander Zayas.
I see that being. I see it kind of being like the Erickson Lubin fight, leaving with a face like an elephant.
Damn.
Just being real.
Who leaving with the
Xander
face like
Zayas.
elephant?
Charles
got too much footwork.
See? And
Xander Zayas got too much footwork. He got a nice jab. And he got
I
too much
seen Xander fight personally too. I seen Xander fight at the T.O. Sandel Martin fight.
Nah, the boy can fight.
Xander can fight. I wouldn't mind seeing the fight. Like once he get the belt, and you know, after a while, you gotta have.
You know the scary thing about it is that kid has a lot more years left in this game. That's what's so scary about him.
That man is only 22 years old. Xander Zayas is the best Puerto Rican fighter we have right now. He's the best Puerto Rican fighter we have right now.
Man, don't let Shakur Stevenson hear you say that shit.
He's better than Shakur Stevenson. He's better than Shakur Stevenson.
Yo, he said, "Don't let Shakur hear that."
Hey, Shakur can go up to 54. Xander Zayas gonna put hands and feet on him.
I tell you what, D Free, you come here in July, my man, and you go ahead and tell Shakur that when you come up here, brother. We gonna get.
I will be there July 21st. I already got my tickets. Thomas get my tickets for me. I will be there July 21st at the daggone fight. And if Shakur's there, I'm like, you better stay away from all of those dudes at the top of the weight class because your hands is gonna break soon you throw a punch.
You know what?
You know I ain't scared to say nothing to nobody. I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
You know what, man? You, Lord have mercy, man. Hey, Smoke, just make sure whenever you see Free Smoke, just make sure you move. When you see him walking towards Shakur, move. Get away from him.
The only time you ever saw me bite my tongue and not say what I wanted to say is when I was on somebody else's platform. Nigga, when they say free you can speak freely, bet. I'm asking you whatever I need to ask you.
Hey,
why the hell did you go the opposite direction? Why did you go the opposite direction? You said you
why did you go the opposite direction?
You wanted all these dudes over there, and you went over there. No, I mean, I just gotta ask. I need to know. Well, this is where they was paying me the money at. So you don't want all those dudes. You just wanted the money. Keep it honest. Your fans are still gonna get behind you. Your fans are still gonna be behind you. Just keep it honest.
What do y'all honestly, and y'all both of y'all opinions, what do y'all think happens in this Shakur and Zepeda fight? What do you think happens?
All right, yeah. Last thoughts on that before we get up out of here. Who want to go first on that?
I go first.
Go ahead.
It's gonna come down to how well Shakur hands hold up. If his hands hold up, he might be able to outbox Williams Zepeda. But if he has any problems with his hands and he feels he can't keep Williams Zepeda off, it's going to be Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull. That's what we're going to see. That's exactly what we're going to see.
Oh, damn.
AC, you want to go? Well,
oh, AC, what's up, man? I didn't even say what's up to AC. That's crazy.
Man, hey, you want to go, AC? Go ahead.
Nah. Clarence could go first. What up, Clarence?
What's going on, A? Damn, Free just made me. He didn't make me change my mind in it, but I forgot about the hand problem. I think even with that, and it's sad to see him at the age that he is with the hand problem. I think he'll still find a way to outbox him, even with that. He's just gonna have to fight through the pain, man. But I tell you what, William Zepeda is going to make him work. I can't say he'll go in there and stop him and it'll be an easy fight. He's gonna make him work though, you know. But yeah, I forgot about that hand issue, man. But let's see how it plays out, man.
Yeah, for me, that's pretty much if Shakur Stevenson in this fight with Stocks, I would be hedging my bets on the fact of his hands. Like, listen, I know the dude got hands, so if he find any old school trainer that shows him how to make him hit the hardest part of his head and his elbows and shit like that, he can make it a short night for himself and just beat him on points. I just think it's a matter of how long his hands hold up, because Zepeda's going to keep coming forward throwing punches, and Shakur's going to want to counter those punches. It could actually look like Canelo versus Skull, but I think Zepeda has just that little bit more to actually try to cut off the ring. So we'll just see. I just want to see how long his hands hold up.
All right. I'm gonna give this nigga one more shot before I'm gonna leave him alone. You want this Tank fight, bro? You've been crying for this. Your biggest fight. No matter what Tank does, win or lose, my nigga. You want that fight? You say he needs you and all this shit. Make us think that you need that fight, bro. Make us believe that we want to see that fight. You got a pressure fight coming forward. He's not gonna stop. It ain't educated or nothing like that. It's just he coming forward, trying to hit you with everything possible. Just like Valdez was. But I think Williams will pay the punch a little bit stronger than Valdez. And you said Valdez hit you in the stomach so hard that you almost thought you was gonna quit. You said that, not me, motherfucker. So all I'm saying is, between all of us up here, I hope your hands are sturdy enough. I hope your feet is good enough. I hope you will be in position so that you can stop them or keep them up off you, so that you don't be running all goddamn night. On that note, man, I appreciate everybody pulling up. We'll get up out of here. I'll let y'all, man. Because I don't really, nigga, if you want the Tank fight, you gotta look impressive. I don't care what Tank do. You gotta look impressive. You got all the accolades you want. How much money do you generate? And as long as you run it, that ain't what we want to see. When nigga like Showbiz is trying to pass a bill on the no run rule, I'll leave it at that. And niggas kind of know if you create content and you know what niggas is at in the shit and how this nigga went from where we niggas is at to where he at now, don't think that rule ain't about to be there implemented in a little bit, man. Stop playing with yourself. I don't care what nobody say. It may hurt your favorite fighter's feelings. Just saying. Hey, man. AC, C-Mac, D-Free. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Appreciate everything.
I appreciate you, man. You're free. I'm going to holler at you.